Welcome to another one of my videos. Today is the next movie in my Nolan series. It is The Prestige. The Prestige takes place in the 19th century and follows two magicians who were working together, but following an incident which separates them, they become rivals and work against each other, trying to outperform the other as the greatest magician. This is when Christopher Nolan was in full flow and actually got his brother Jonathan back to write this as they work together to create this great movie. But without further ado, into the pros. First of all, I just have to praise Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman in this. In fact, all the actors and actresses were great in this, but these two as the main characters, really great performance from both of them. As they're working together, you could feel a bit of tension towards them as they're kind of competing to be the better out of the two. But as they separated and became rivals in this sense, they really obsessed over each other, which was helped smashed home by great performances from both of them. Both performances contained really powerful emotion. Hugh Jackman is the greatest showman in this. I don't care if he's in that movie, but in this, he's the greatest showman. And it makes sense why Christopher Nolan wanted Christian Bale as Batman. Just his range of acting throughout this movie, he seems to have different performances in this, but you'll understand why he's like that at the end. Not only is the story very powerful, but it is a great character study to see how far people would go for their passion, how far they would go to succeed, and how far they would go to bring down their rival. Now, my favorite thing about this movie is how Christopher Nolan made it. This is actually a very hard review to do because it contains many spoilers, so it may be shorter than usual, but anyway, this is how Christopher Nolan made his movie. As mentioned in this movie, there are 3 steps with a trick. There is, I believe it's the pledge, the turn, and then the prestige is when you do something which the audience aren't impressed about. The turn is when you catch their attention, I believe, and then the prestige is the final trick, which should have the audience off on their feet. Christopher Nolan structured his movie like it's a trick, and it's one of the greatest movie endings I've ever seen, one of the greatest twists. Obviously, I don't want to go into it, so if you haven't seen it, please go see it, because it really is great. I was lucky enough not to know what the ending was like as I watched it for the first time, and it really blew my mind. And it seems like it's becoming a recurring theme to always have some kind of twist involved with a Christopher Nolan movie, and each time they keep getting better and better. No cons for this movie as it is simply flawless. As I mentioned, this is probably going to be a lot shorter than some of my reviews as it does contain heavy spoilers throughout the plot, so I can't dive into them as I'd like to keep my reviews spoiler free. The Prestige is another masterpiece from Christopher Nolan. If you haven't seen it already, just go check it out. It gets an easy 8 out of 10 from me. And yeah, like I said, go watch it. But do not look up the twist as it is one of the best in movie history. Another movie done in my Christopher Nolan series. If you'd like to see my other reviews on his movies, go check out the playlist. It will be in one of the top corners. Next up, we have one of his most popular, The Dark Knight, the sequel to Batman Begins. So I look forward to reviewing that, and I hope you'll be there to join me. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.